Hi guys, it's Anne here, and today's video is my April buys and buys video. So what that means is I talk about the things that I bought in April, so the things that I brought into my collection, and the things that I said goodbye to in April. So essentially my April empties. I've been doing this to kind of regulate what I'm bringing in and out of my collection. I'm definitely not on a no buy, so I do have a budget though of $1,500 for the year or $125 a month. So let's just get into what I bought in the month of April. The first two items are actually replacement items. The first one is this Neutrogena Sensitive Skin Ultra Gentle Facial Moisturizer. So I had to go to the pharmacy to pick up some medication, so I decided to buy these items as well. I'd contemplated, I wanted to buy some cleansers and moisturizers from like a Canadian company, and I was going to do it online. But then I was like, what if the products don't work for me and I'm running out of moisturizer and cleanser? So anyway, this is what the bottle looks like. I decided to pick this up because it's tried and true for me. Same with the cleanser. I know this works for me. I know I won't have any issues with it. I still might, in a month or two, buy the one that I was specifically looking at was the brand Consonant. I think they're a Toronto brand or a Canadian brand, and they actually had a kit that was like a cleanser and a moisturizer together, but it was a little bit pricey. Again, don't know the product, don't know how long it would have taken to get to me, so I just wanted to make sure I was comfortable and happy with what I had. So unfortunately, I didn't buy any of this on sale really either. Well, these two items I didn't buy on sale, the first two. This cost me with tax $18.18. So it's a little bit more expensive than I normally would pay for this. The other replacement item was a cleanser. So I'm super extra and I like to have a facial cleanser in my shower as well as beside my sink. For the last little while, I've been using like minis in my shower, and those are running out. I'm on my last one. I'm using the one from Belief right now. So I purchased the Neutrogena Ultra Gentle Daily Cleanser. This is the foaming formula for sensitive skin. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this in previous videos. I've bought this this is probably like my 5th or 6th bottle of this in my lifetime. It's just, I know it works for me. I know I like it. It's safe. I paid $17.15 including tax for this. Here in Ontario, tax is about 13%. I have no idea what's going on right now. There's a bunch of people screaming. And the third item is the most expensive, but I did buy this on sale. So I've talked about this. I mean, it's very obvious in my videos. I have very crinkly under eyes. They drive me crazy, and I feel like it's the one thing that ages me more than anything else, and I'd really like to do something about it. So I ended up picking up this Vichy Laboratories Lift Active Retinol HA Anti-Wrinkle Concentrate. So this is the box, and this is what the product looks like. It's just like a metal tube. So I bought this, and I didn't really read the label. So it says right on the side, usage, apply daily in the morning on clean face and neck. Avoid eye area. Well, shit. I mean, the whole reason why I wanted to use this was for my eye area. So I've used it once. What I think I'm going to do is, I still have like fairly wrinkly forehead. So I think I will still like massage it on my forehead and my neck. Not that my neck is really bad, but it's one of those things that can get bad. And then whatever like residues on my fingers, I might just like tap it in. I have had issues with retinol products in the past. I'm one of those people that my skin just really reacts to it. It gets super flaky and irritated very quickly. I don't know how people use retinols like every day. I feel like this is maybe the perfect time to use a retinol because if my skin freaks out, it's not like really anyone's gonna see it. So, and I think part of my issue too with the retinols is I've never been patient enough to try and get through that, like break through that barrier of my skin being irritated to my skin being like, okay, you're gonna keep putting this crap on my face, maybe I'll start actually doing something about it and get better. So with tax, I spent $45.08 on that serum, cream, whatever you wanna call it. So the total for those three items is $80.76. I just wanna take a quick second to apologize. I feel like most of my recent videos, potentially this one as well, have a lot of background noise, a lot of car noise. I live near a busy street, and it's still kind of busy in this quarantine time. I mean, nothing like it was prior to all of this, but because there's not as much traffic, the cars that are on the road think it's a perfect time to fly by and drive really fast, so they're extra loud. So again, I apologize I've been trying to like limit the background noise as best as possible, but there's only so much I can do. I live in Toronto in a busy city, so that's that. Okay, so that was the buys or the purchase half of my video. Now we're in the goodbyes half, or the empties part of my video. So let's just get straight into this. I'll start off with this because this is from my Project Pan. I've already talked about this. This was a moisturizer that I didn't care for too much, and I used it on my feet. So glad that this is done. I also have another moisturizer from Bath & Body Works. This is in the Mediterranean Blue Waters scent. This is the Ultra Shea Body Cream. I think my two favorite products from, I just saw the weirdest thing. There was a car driving who had garbage bags on his hood, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, there's just so much weird stuff happening today. Anyway, my two favorite items from Bath & Body Works would be the Ultra Shea Cream and the candles. I say they're my two favorites because they're totally different. I don't like the regular lotions from Bath & Body Works. They're just too liquidy, but I really like these. This scent, I mean, I think I picked this one up because it was like buy two or buy three for something, so I just threw this one in because it was like the least offending scent, and I didn't mind it. So yeah, so that's done. I'm trying to hold off on using any more of those. I do have like 2 big Jergens body moisturizers, so I'm trying to finish one of those up before I use any more of my Bath & Body Works, which I think I maybe have about 2 or 3 left. I think just 2. Let's just talk about this. This is, I always put like a little soap thing, so it's actually kind of like behind. This is the soap that's in my shower right now. So I finished up a Dove Regular Go Fresh. This says Dove Men Care. Yes, I know. But so at Christmas time, so I'm the only female in my immediate family. I have my dad and my 3 brothers, and this year at Christmas I did like a little care package. My mom used to do this all the time, and I threw in soaps for them, except for I bought one extra by accident. I'm not sure how I did that, and I didn't want to put an extra soap in one of their bags, because if any of them found out and they were like, why did you put 2 soaps in my bag? Do you think I stink more than everybody else? So I just kept it and was like, hopefully it's not too strong of a scent that I can use it, and it is. It's actually fairly mild. I thought it might be too musky. Like, you know how some men's stuff is just, it's really intense. Like my dad uses Irish Spring, and that stuff is so intense. But yeah, no, this is fine. So this is, I count this as an extra. So this doesn't go into the dollar total because this is just like basic hygiene. Next up is the Facial Radiance Pads from Fab Beauty. This is probably one of my all-time favorite products. Unfortunately though, this was in the like cave under the sink that I forgot about it. There was only maybe like 4 or 5 pads left in here, and they were like almost dried out. So I was like, I gotta use it and finish it up. I kind of have gone off using this because I felt like I didn't really need it as much. How I use this product is I actually cut the pads in half because I feel like they're pretty intense, and I don't use them every day. Again, I feel like they're still intense. They say they're alcohol free and safe for sensitive skin, but I must have really extra sensitive skin because I feel like even if I use these every day, it's too exfoliating, too drying, too intense for my face. But saying that, I think this product pretty much would work for almost anybody, unless you have really, really dry skin, or have like really easily irritated skin. These are great. They always help clear up, and I find since I've been in this like quarantine situation, my skin has been slightly freaking out, and I've been getting like just like 1 or 2 zits every day, and then they go away in about a day or 2. And I was super thankful that I found this under my sink, because it's like, yay. I always find this really helps sort of like if I'm having little mini breakouts or my skin is just being a bit weird, this helps sort of like clarify it a little. So I would always repurchase this, but I think this is, I think, the first or second time I bought the full size. I think the next time I buy this, I'll buy like the smaller size. Then I don't have that worry of them like drying out on me before I get to finishing them. I have one mask in here. Yeah, I'm still kind of plugging through these. I know Rebecca from Panning and stuff is doing a May masking challenge. I don't think I have enough masks to do a whole monthly challenge, nor do I want to just like use them all up in 1 month. But perhaps I might focus on doing a bit more masking in the month of May. Maybe I can do like a sheet mask a week, because otherwise they're just sitting there and not being used. So I've kind of gone off the sheet mask thing. I think that's the bigger problem right now. And like they're just going to go to waste if I don't use them. So I mentioned this in the first half of my video talking about little mini cleansers. This is the Youth to the People Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser. I liked this. This was fine. It's just a little pricey and I don't like it any better than the Neutrogena one. So I probably wouldn't purchase this unless it were like on sale or it came like this obviously came in a kit. I'd be totally cool with this coming in a kit or like a point perk. I would pick this up for sure because it is quite nice. So like if you're interested in trying this, I definitely recommend trying this if you're interested in it. I have one declutter item. This is the Julep. I forgot what they're called. They're the Tinted Lip Oil Treatment. This is in the shade Obsessed. I think it was last month. Might have been the previous month I had the other one I had of these. I'm not even opening this. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to know how bad it's gone. This is one of those products that makes me like disappointed in myself because I barely used it. Like you can see, I barely used any of this product. And this is so old. Like, this is probably like 6 years old, easily, maybe 5. And yeah, I know when I got these, like I used to have the subscription, so I don't know if I picked these out or if they just came in a box, and I knew right away that I didn't like them. I should have given it to somebody else to try because I didn't like it. And I kept thinking, maybe if I try this again next month, my opinion will change. Why do we do this to ourselves? So anyway, that's my one declutter. This is a bit of a spoiler alert. I'm keeping on the julep trend for my nail project pan, so my update won't be for like 2 weeks, but this was the Oxygen nail treatment from Julep. This is done. Just a little bit of product stuck to the side, but I used this on my nails the other day, and like I got one hand pretty good, and then I really struggled to get second hand done, so I was like, you know what? It's not worth trying to like aggravate myself. I did use a bit of thinner in this, but it kind of defeats the purpose if you put thinner in it. And I do have another one of these. I think it's about half full, so it's time to say goodbye. This was just a little mini sample that I threw in here. This was the Juice Beauty Phytopigments Illuminating Primer. This was like water. Like it was not illuminating. The sample was so small, like I got one use out of it that I just didn't care for it. Like it didn't seem to do anything. Maybe if the sample was a bit bigger and I could have tried it a couple more times, I could have maybe formed a different opinion. But yeah, at least I know I have no desire to buy this. I have one little fragrance mini in here. This is the Michael Kors Wanderlust. So I've been trying to work through a bunch of these. I have a ton of little minis to work through, and now that I'm like at home, I don't feel so bad wearing fragrance, especially if I don't really care for it. And this is one that I didn't really care for. Like I kept using it to see like, you know, maybe, and like fragrances can change like as they wear on you throughout the day. I mean, this was fine. It was just a little too floral, a little too musky, a little too old lady for me. I feel like most fragrances are a little too old lady for me. They're either like this, like a little too florally and a little too intense, or they're like too young. They're that like baby powder, light floral, like teenage type smells. I'm using one right now that's how I feel like about it. So it's like, and I personally, my personal sense, I like vanilla. I like fresh scents. And then the odd time I like something deeper, and I don't know why. Like I really don't have a type. It's like I like it or I don't like it, and I really don't know why. I know I don't really like roses. That's one I know for sure. The type of non-roses, thank you. I have this little product here. You can't really tell what it is because there's nothing on the label. But this is the Rapid Brown. So this is my second or third one of these. It works. I know it works. I've like proven it to myself. I took photos and like, wow, it really does work. I'm not sure how much it helps with growth. I think it helps with growth a little bit. It won't really help with growth where you never had eyebrows, which I keep hoping for. I keep hoping that this eyebrow would like grow hair higher up. My problem is my eyebrows grow like down here. Like they literally grow almost on my eyelid. And anyway, the thing that I like about this though is it sort of like deepens the eyebrow hairs. So this is something that I feel like, at least in my family, when you get old and your hair is lightening, I feel like your eyebrows lighten as well. So like this helps like youthfulize your eyebrows because it tints them a little bit, makes them darker, so that they stand out a bit more. So I definitely would repurchase this in the future. I'm going to take a little break from this right now because I do have the Peter Thomas Roth Lash Serum that we got in if you get Luxe Box, it came in the Luxe Box, I think. don't really like it as a lash serum, so I've been also applying it to my eyebrows because I feel like it's kind of one and the same. I probably wouldn't put a brow serum on my lashes, but I think a lash serum on your brows is totally fine. I've always wanted to try one of like the more pricey brands that are like this. I can't think of their name. Like there's one or two brand names that are like an eyebrow serum and a lash serum, but they're like $100. And this is like, I mean, this is still expensive. This is like $40 to $50, I think, Canadian. But I know it works, so I can't justify spending twice as much on another product when one that costs half as much works. So yeah, if you're interested in trying a brow product, try this. You do need to give it time though. Like I would say give it 2 months and take photos because you won't really notice it. Like it's so gradual. Like I didn't really notice it until I was looking back at photos and I was like, holy crap, my eyebrows do look better. Like they do look darker and they're more apparent when I use this product. And last up, I have 2 mascaras. So I have the Tarte Big Ego Mascara, which came in a BoxyCharm, and then I have this CoverGirl Professional Super Thick Lash Waterproof, which I used in my waterproof testing video. I was comparing this to some other waterproof mascaras. So this one, I think I used this in my Get Ready With Me, my Profusion Get Ready With Me, and I was like, yeah, I'll probably have this for another month or 2. No, this started doing the thing that Better Than Sex mascara does, and I think L'Oreal Lash Paradise does. When it starts getting dry and you like open it up, black chunks sort of go everywhere, and then when you're using it, like black chunks fall on your face, and then through the day it like flakes. It just starts getting too dry and flaky, and it's like, you know what? I have other mascaras that I could just use, so let's just put this away. We're done with it. We've used enough of it. Again, I've had this for probably, I think it was last summer that this came in BoxyCharm, so I've had this for quite some time. It's ready to go. And then for this one, this was one of those ones that like when I was using it, I started doing this, and when I started doing that, I was like, that's it. That's a sign. That's a sign that you're getting to the bottom of this mascara. This was the dark horse of that video. A lot of people didn't watch that video, I don't think, but I was truly impressed by this one. I think maybe because I had probably really low expectations because I didn't know anything about this one, and I was like, yeah, it's probably crappy. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. And I was pleasantly surprised. It was like the good all-arounder. Like it gave enough volume, it gave enough length, it came off fairly easy, wasn't too chunky. Like it was just that like good all-arounder mascara. So yeah, I was quite impressed with this one as a waterproof mascara. And that's it. That is my empties for April. So what I'll do is I'll put it over here. We'll put the total number of things I've finished, the number of items I've decluttered, the number of items that are extra, which is just that one, and then I'll put the dollar value of all of the items I finished, excluding the miscellaneous items. So we can see like, you know, what was the stuff that came into my life this past month and what are the things that left my life. And this month I know obviously by looking, and obviously I only had 3 things that came in, that more went out than came in. And I think that's good because I think January I had more coming in than going out. And I know it's going to ebb and flow for each month, but if I can sort of keep it regulated, like if every month I'm bringing in twice as much as what is going out, that's just going to start like accumulating. But if I can kind of like balance it, like each month, you know, maybe each month's a little bit different, but if for the most part it's balanced, that's really all I care about. So that's it. That's my April buys and buys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to give it the little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you did subscribe to my tiny little channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well and you have a fabulous day. I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.